Here we go. Good evening, and welcome to week 1 of Duel for All. Your first opportunity to get to the tournament and earn those duel score points that matter so much throughout the full 9-week tournament we have to play. Let's kick it up. Good evening. We're here. We are finally here. At the brink. At long last, indeed, Shadowmane. Thank you very much for the 20-month resub. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the follow, Scott J, Garvin, and Agent Beerman as well, and also Random Zombie for the 23-month resub. Insert that Yu-Gi-Oh clip here, and also a 9-month Twitch baby from Mitre Raider. Thank you very much for all of those subs and follows. But yes, it is finally time. Oh, we're just ruining the tension here. I'm going to actually pause the game here. I was in a, somber mood there. But now we're just going to have to do this. Get a tier 3 sub in from Theory a Game. Theory, what you got to say? Doesn't need that big of a fanfare though. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 18-month resub, Theory Game. Thank you for the 7-month resub there, Pyro Pygmy. Greatly appreciated for all of that support. Let's play the music again. There we go. With that logo, it's Duel 4 RTX on. It really is, isn't it? Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me, I'm going to take the music off again because other things are happening. We've got Sportsy gifting out a community sub gift there to Grelios, and we also have Ralph starting off a National Lottery gift sub, 4 in total, going over to May Jester, Hella Chabello, Derek Agony, and Tyson Bane from space. Thank you very much, Sportsy and Lupine there for those gifted subs. That is amazing support. As always, subs for 4. I guess that's a way you could do that. Subs for 4, indeed. I am absolutely bricking this here because there is so much on the line technology-wise here, and I want it all to work out. I really do. Maximilian Pegasus. No, I am very much not Maximilian Pegasus from the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. Yu-Gi Boy. No, very much not. Thank you for the 100 bits, though. Hope that looks right. That looks about right there. That link, yes, indeed. So, if you would like to take part in Duel, you do need to go over to that website. Go to duel.atbweb.co.uk. That is where all the things are required. For you to play as part of the tournament, you will need to fill out your entire tournament profile, including specifying your birthday. That's only for us to know, unless, of course, you want to divulge that information to someone else publicly by enabling the option. But you do have to give us your birthday at the very least, so that we know you are of legal age to play, as per terms and services here on Discord, Twitch, et al. And my own website as well. Technically, also falls under the same purview. Addition to that, if you want to play in the tournament, please also hook up your Discord information if you can as well, please, so that we know who you are on Discord. Again, just to prove you are who you are over there, because to play in the tournament, you will at some point, or may at some point, be required to join Discord voice to earn some points to earn and play as part of a major deal. So that's what you need to do if you haven't already done so, with your account information over there on the website. And then once you have done that, you then need to go to the first game that is listed on the website, currently named Duel for All Week 1 Game 1 Opener. So make it really obvious, that is the game you want to go to. If you click on that and then click on the blue register button, it will give you two options to pick from. If you say yes, then you are opting in to play the tournament format, which means you abide by all the tournament rules that are mentioned on the website. There is also a rules page on there. There's a lot of text in there, but it's covering all of our bases, basically, in all those regards. But so saying yes means you agree to all the terms. But if you do not want to play as part of the tournament, then you can play as just a regular audience member. There is no obligation at all to play the tournament. If you just want to join as an audience member and play along with everybody else, then choose no and hit register, and that will mean you are registering just as an audience member, not as a tournament player. It's as simple as that. Obviously, if you register as an audience member, then you will not be able to earn any duel score towards the tournament. And over these first 7 weeks, we will be playing, hopefully, 3 duels per episode, so a total of 21 duels. For you to accrue duel score in, and then it's the top 7 of the duel scorers which will then be invited to the final for a ladder final with the top 7 players. So 6 final duels there for the final 2 weeks, weeks 8 and 9. So yeah, 7 weeks to find 7 finalists is basically what we're looking for right now. So since we have 40 registered audience members already in this particular one, yeah, this is officially the biggest duel tournament we've done so far, because it is, as I say, Duel for All. And yes, a lot of what I'm saying, I'm just regurgitating for the purposes of those new to the stream, had I not yet had a look at the rules. I'm just giving you the Cliff Notes version, as it were. If you don't even know what the game show is, then I'd recommend not joining the tournament format, certainly for the time being, because you probably don't want to do that. But it's a simple format, really. It is indeed happening. Thank you for the 50 bits there, Dev. You will see a question. There are 4 possible answers to each question. You will also have, at the start of the game, 10 chips. You can place a chip on each answer that you would like to think is the right answer on the question. Of course, you must always cover at least the correct answer to survive in the game. Any chips that are placed on incorrect answers, once the question is resolved, they will be removed from play. So, if you definitely know the answer, only use 1 chip and only use it on the correct answer. If you don't know the answer, you can hedge your bet a bit and cover multiple answers. You can cover all 4. There is no restriction at all in this game. So long as you have the chips to do that, you can cover all 4 possible answers and guarantee you through safe on that one question. Of course, meaning that the table will eat away those chips that are on wrong answers at the end, so you won't be able to get those back again for later on in the game. Now, in this particular version of Duel, if you're playing in the audience, either tournament audience or just playing along audience, if you are eliminated, that is not the end of the game for you. Although technically you have been ranked at the end of that match, you will be able to continue answering questions with a token chip. So you'll just get a 1 chip to play on each answer thereafter, and you may as well go for it, because if you give me a right answer, it can still be worth a few extra duel score if you are playing in the tournament. If you're just playing in the audience, then it's just really shits and giggles at that point. But it's always worth playing every single question you see, even if you get eliminated and fail to cover the right answer at some point, because you can still earn dual score, which really matter, even if you're eliminated, for each correct answer you give me. If there's anybody that needs help setting things up, be it through Discord audio or on the website when we get to the play screen, we do have techs around. Score Count, Ain't Minky, I think Theory of Game is around. All of those names will be able to help you out and figure stuff out. If you're having a problem, do give them a DM, either on Discord or whisper on Twitch. Either of all will work. We have multiple techs at hand to help you out. We will be playing on the website in a moment, Raw, yes. So once I hit the magic button to activate the game, to make it go live, you then will have a play button become active on that web page. You then click play and it takes you to the main screen where you play, which is the familiar table of question, 4 possible answers, a lock button and an accelerate button. We'll talk about accelerate later if and when you need it, but don't worry about it right now. Okay, I think we're about there. It's about 11 past. I predicted we would start about 10 past. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the magic button. I'm going to edit game 1. And game 1 is now live. So if you refresh that page, you will now have a play button. If you click that play button, it will then take you to the main game. Game 1 is now live. The website is duel.atbweb.co.uk. Go on there and away you go. Refresh and play to engage. That's literally all you need to do. And once you've done that, then you are ready. We don't even have to do a test question these days because I have that much faith in the technology these days. So, yes, fingers crossed it all works. But yes, you do need to go over there to make it work. If for some reason you have a technical issue, like internet drop or something like that, so long as you can sign in on another device or something with that same Twitch account, you should be able to get back to the play screen and it should resume you where you were in the game. So even if you hadn't locked an answer in and you lose your internet, you can get it on the internet on some other device. You should still be able to then access what you have done so far in the game on that window. So you should be able to resume regardless of if internet drops out. But tech issues may still happen. I would love to know what they are if they do happen, but it's going to be a hell of a lot going on. Like, we've got 82 viewers presently at the moment on Twitch. I don't know how many of that is going to be playing right now, but yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of calculations going on. The server is literally running the entire thing, which is kind of the first thing that I've ever done for Duel. Obviously, I've done that, so we've gotten to that habit with it, but Duel for All's first time, the server is pretty much running the entire show. I send it questions, it sends me all the responses. That's pretty much it. And yes, in the event of a failure, then we will do the best to rectify what we can with the tech, but if it is irrecoverable, then we just have to force a hand, and yeah. There are rules in place about all of that. All the information is in the rule book. I have my tournament directors at hand if I need a hand as well on these things. So again, thank you very much, tournament directors, in the names of 8Minky, Panda, Samster and Score Count. There are our 4 tournament directors for this tournament. Thank you very much for your patience with all this. I'll be keeping an eye on you, hoping things will go all right. And of course, all our question writers, question proofers, many of those as well, Colo and Jay White and Lewis T, to add to that list of tournament directors' names for question proofing. We've stacked these questions ahead of time so that we should, in theory, know what we are about to see and hopefully make a compelling gameplay out of it as well. That's the idea of what we've been doing here as well. So thank you for all the question proofing help as well. Sheldon, also a question stacker, very much so. Forgot that, 8Minky. I was just trying to read the list and forget to list that. Thank you. Sorry, Sheldon, I did forget your name. But you are also a question proofer and have helped very much as well. We definitely don't want one question duels, but it very much could happen. We just don't want it to happen. Right. I think we're ready to go. We are about 5 minutes late on this first duel, but I had a lot to talk about. Breathe. Are we ready to play the first duel of Duel for All? Oh, by the way, this is a duel royale. So you're all playing against each other in the audience just to see who gets first to then take priority to take the seat for the next duel. Well, you're the first to actually explicitly say it, Buzzard Bob. Thank you very much for the double Twitch baby sub there, 18-month resub. You are indeed the first to completely do it. I mean, there are references to Maximilian Pegasus and that Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but you're the first one to actually use the text-to-speech, so yeah, take the duel, absolutely. So yeah, I think we are ready to play this first duel. Good luck out there. I'm going to need it as well. I'm going to keep an eye on as many things as I can without going completely mad. But stuff is stuff. Are the chips British English or American English? They're poker, is what they are, oh hey. They are poker English. There you go. Woo boy. Here we go. Welcome to the duel arena. Apparently it's not populating the avatars, which is rather irritating. I don't know why they're not... Oh, no, they are there. It just took a little while. But we are here in the duel arena with 48 currently in play. If you are all ready, I need to get to the button to make all the things happen. Where's the button? There's the button I need. If you're ready, then let's duel. Question number 1. Here it comes. What sports did Boris Johnson notably refer to as whiff-waff in his speech at the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing? Options are rugby sevens, table tennis, sailing, and beach volleyball. We'll keep going until everybody is locked in, and that's 42 of 48 presently, just 6 more left. You do have a play clock to deal with. You can serve that time as best you can, but it will be topped up if you have 20 seconds or less going into the next question. Not able to click what button, Serial Quizzer? If you joined late, you probably would have gotten the nan-nan. If you joined late, you probably would have gotten the nan-nan. That's what I'm presuming, is if you've joined late, you probably would have been given a nan-nan. I know that was an outstanding bug, but it was slightly lower priority than others. So we are just going to sit here until the server deems everybody timed out. Do try refreshing if it doesn't work as well. This is literally the first run of everything with new server code. I did want to be able to allow people to join in mid-game, but obviously not qualify for anything. But there do seem to be some technical gremlins still sitting in there for those trying to join in too late. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this timer out. I don't think anybody else is going to lock in an answer, so let's accelerate the question. You've got 7 seconds left to give me an answer if you haven't already done so. I know there's those that might be having some problems here. Unfortunately, from where I can see right now, I can't do much about that, so we are going to continue on where we are right now. Okay, let's have a look to see how well you answered. 67 chips in play. A majority of you, 42 chips, have been placed on table tennis. So that's all. Everybody's put something down on table tennis from the looks of things. Then we've got 12 on beach volleyball, 7 on rugby sevens, and 6 on sailing. The answer, of course, we were looking for was B, table tennis, and 42 give me a right answer there. 45 might have played, so we may have lost a couple there. 42 gave me a right answer, though, are still in play. 42 still standing after question number 1. Yes, Boris Johnson, of course, Mayor of London at the time for the London 2012 Olympic Games, of course, being handed over from the Beijing Olympics. That is where it comes from. And Whiff Waff was the trademark for the Slazenger's version of table tennis after Jacques trademarked ping pong in 1901. That is what we're looking for there. 42 players still standing. Don't forget, if you are eliminated, you can continue to answer with a token chip to get yourself some duel score if you're in the tournament, or if you're just playing along, then you could just play along. Here comes question number 2. In 1985, oh, that didn't clear, Nobel-winning author Gabriel Garcia Marquez wrote about love in the time of what? Is it cholera, influenza, malaria, diarrhea? And then it clears then. Okay. So that's a bug. At least it clears away when the question goes live. It's a feature, says Samson. Not quite. So all the players will still be active, Kramdos. Everyone can still answer even if they're eliminated. However, as you can see now, it does an automatic accelerator once those live players have all answered, forcing everybody else to then lock in within 7 seconds, as it has just done there. So those 40, however many, 42 in play, once those have all locked in an answer, then it forces an accelerator on those that are no longer in the game to then give me an answer within 7 seconds. Just as a little behind the scenes of how it all works. Let's see how he answered. Okay, 40 of you went with cholera, 24 went with influenza, 22 with malaria, 6 with diarrhea. That's how you answered. The majority went with cholera, with 92 chips on the table. I can tell you that the correct answer we're looking for is indeed A, cholera. Interestingly, it says 40 got because 40 chips, it does count those that are eliminated. So one of those was an eliminated player but still answered correctly with their token chip, but there's 39 players now active, still in play. That's how that works. So don't necessarily make those numbers add up, because they may not do so later on. And in this one, yes, first published in 1985 in Spanish, translated to English in 1988 by Alfred Knopf, and made into a film in 2007. The novel examines issues of love and passion, aging and death, and is set in a fictional city probably based in Cartagena, Colombia. The answer we're looking for, yes, love in the time of cholera. 39 players still alive, in play, still surviving in the audience. Here comes question number 3, which is, what is the national currency of Malaysia? Is it the rial, the rand, the ringgit, or the rupee? Still not all active players locked in yet. Still someone hanging on. Oh, there we go. There are all the active players now locked in. Last 2 seconds if you haven't already done so. And that is time. Let's see what you answered. Majority, 37 chips down on ringgit. We've got 22 chips on rial, 15 on rand, and 9 on rupee. Currently 83 chips at risk. I can tell you the answer we're looking for is... it is C, the ringgit. 35 players now in play after that question. Malaysia's current currency was once called unofficially the Malaysian dollar, having used the Indian rupee in the 19th century, but is presently the ringgit is the national currency of Malaysia. So, 35 players still active out there in the audience. Move on to question number 4. It gets a bit more interesting when we actually have some people playing as a duel in the middle, but we're just going through this duel royale in the blind until we get to a winning scenario. Because I can't see what your chip counts are right now. No one else can. You're all playing against each other, not knowing what your chip counts are. Here comes question number 4. The myotonic goat is also known by what nickname, given to the involuntary reaction it has when startled? Is it the Colorado screaming goat? Is it the Alabama belching goat? Is it the Louisiana pooping goat? Or is it the Tennessee fainting goat? Oh, I've just read that again, and there's a spelling error on C. Oh well. I think you know what that means with Louisiana. Louisiana pooping goats, that should read. There's an extra I in there. Okay, all active players are locked in. Last few seconds if you haven't already done so. And there you are, all locked in. Let's see how you played. Ooh, very interesting. 35 chips on D, Tennessee Fainting Goat. 15 on the Colorado Screaming Goat. Just 6 on the Alabama Belching Goat. And just 3 on the Louisiana Pooping Goat. 59 chips at risk. And I can tell you the correct answer we're looking for is D, the Tennessee Fainting Goat. And 32 players still active, still surviving. The myotonic part of this scientific name comes from their myotonic gene, which triggers whenever they get startled. So due to this gene, the legs of the goat just stiffen up to such a degree they can no longer balance, and they just flail over to their side. It's just simple as that. Yes, the Tennessee Fainting Goat is what we're looking for there. 32 players still active. I'm going to have to start ramping the difficulty up of these questions then. Next question, question number 5, I believe, is the following. Which of these is the title of a Taylor Swift hit song with another Taylor Swift hit song removed? Is it We Are Never Ever Getting Back? Is it I Knew You Were? Is it You Need to Down? Or is it Look What You May Do? Which of these is the title of a Taylor Swift hit song with another Taylor Swift hit song removed? .45 of 48 locked in. Still haven't had all active players locked down yet. There we go. 7-second time pressure on everybody else. And that is a lock. 32 still in active play. Let's see where the chips lie. Oh my goodness me, a big split here. 96 chips at risk. Majority, or the largest chip distribution, is D, 31 on Look What You May Do. Then it's a tie A and B, 22 apiece. And then 21 on C, You Need to Down. Goodness me. This is a pretty big split here. A lot of chips are going to be lost from the game, no matter what. The answer we're looking for here is D, Look What You Made Do. That was a response. So the full titles of these answers are Look What You Made Me Do, and you're removing me. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. You Need to Calm Down. And I Need You Were Trouble. Those were all of the things. But it was Me. Removed from the correct answer, the song Me, featuring Brandon Urie of Panic at the Disco, reached number 3 in the UK and number 2 in the US. Me at the disco. It really much is. So let's close that question off. 26 players still standing, but, well, we've seen a lot of chips disappear there, so I wonder where those chip distributions are presently. We'll just have to find out. We'll just wait until we get the finishing sting at the end. For now, let's move on to the next question. Here it comes. What is the sum of all the numbers in a completed Sudoku grid? Is it 405, 450, 504, or 540? Yes, numbers, 8. Numbers. Gotta get a bit of mathematics in there somewhere. Still not had every active player lock in yet. They are, in fact, going to be the last one to lock in here from the looks of things. 47 of 48 have locked in. Just one more that hasn't. They are an active player. Really having a think. Either that or the server has had a bonk, but I don't think it's that. Well, we're still sitting here. It is a bit of a thinky one. I don't think it'd be this thinky. There's still one apparently waiting as an active player. There it goes. That might have been due to timeout. I don't know. I can't see here if it was a timeout or not, but it has now locked in. Let's see where you've answered. Okay, only 50 chips in play this time. 36 went with A, 405. 6 went with 450. 5 on 504 and 3 on 540. Now, completely Sudoku grid. That contains the numbers 1 through 9 in rows and columns, and also in regions. That's a special condition for Sudoku. But if you just read it as if it's a straight up 2D table, there you got the numbers 1 through 9, 1 each in each of the rows or each of the columns. So you sum those up and multiply it. 1 through 9 adds up to 45. You multiply 45 by 9. That gives you the answer of A, 405. That's the answer we were looking for there. And, ooh, we're down to 22 active players on the result of that question there. Result 22 still in play. Ooh, goodness me. Well, I don't know how well that's going to go down. 22 still in. Of course, don't forget, even if you are eliminated, you can continue to answer on a one-chip token chip, and hope that you get it right to get yourself some more dual score. For now, I'm going to move on to the next question. And your next question is the following. Which of these movie sequels was released first? Was it Back to the Future, Part 2? Was it Rambo First Blood, Part 2? Was it Karate Kid, Part 2? Or was it Father of the Bride, Part 2? Just 2 players, 1 player left, and everyone has now locked in. 22 still active. Let's see where you played. Ooh, bit of a split here, bit of a split. 24 chips down on Rambo. 23 chips on the Karate Kid. 20 chips on Back to the Future. And 13 chips on Father of the Bride. Of course, all of these Part 2. 80 chips at risk. Well, let's reveal the answer. Don't know why we're doing the zoom on the table, but hey-ho, it is what it is. The answer is B, Rambo First Blood Part 2. 17 players still alive after the result of that, so let's go through the numbers. Rambo Part 2 was in May the 22nd, 1985. Father of the Bride Part 2 was December the 8th, 1995, so a whole 10 years apart there. Back to the Future Part 2 was November 22nd, 1989, so end of the 80s, and The Karate Kid was the closest to Rambo. That was June 20th, 1986, but Rambo beats it by 1 year in 1985. Those are all the years there, and 17 still alive. Oh, you had ABC, you took B off at the last minute. Oh no, Theory. So Theory's going to be one of the ones eliminated there, potentially. But don't forget, you can continue to answer for some extra dual score if you are in and playing for the tournament. Let's move on to the next question to see how well our remaining 17 do. A so-called ladies menu is missing which usual menu component? Is it prices, desserts, drinks, or multiple pages? And it appears we now have more players playing. You have joined the game at a late phase. Welcome. Hopefully it's not giving you access to the tournament. It should have technically eliminated you as soon as you joined, but you are more than welcome to join late, as long as you go through the correct registration process for it. $46 of 50 locked in. No, sorry, 48 of 50 locked in, should I say. Just 2 more. And there we go, all players now locked in. Let's drop the screen. Got 35 chips down on A, prices. Then followed, that is 8 on desserts, 7 on multiple pages, and 6 on drinks. So good majority believe the answer should be A, prices. 56 chips at risk here on this particular question. The answer, of course, being, yes, they are prices. These were popular until about the 70s or 80s, and the logic behind them was that because on dates the man is the one who pays for the dinner. I know we're not going to talk about misogyny and all sorts of just gender stereotypes and that. Women have no reason to see the prices, and they sort of shouldn't know how much the man is spending on them. God, the way that is worded. Personal opinion, being treated to a dinner or another similar thing is fine once in a while, but on a regular basis, please have some self-esteem, ladies. Oh my goodness me. So the correct answer there we were looking for is prices. 16 still in play after the resolution of that question. Well, we're going to have to ratchet up the difficulty a bit more now, try and eliminate a few more players and try and remove some more chips from the game. Your next question is the following. The auditorium ceiling of the Paris Opera House was painted by which artist? Was it Manet, Chagall, Renoir, or Picasso? Oh, just one more to lock in. Everybody now locked in. 16 still in play. Let's drop the screen. Ooh, 61 chips at risk here. Majority of chips are on Renoir, 24 of them in total. We have 19 on Chagall, 13 on Manet, and 5 on Picasso. I can tell you that the answer we're looking for here is B, Chagall. 19 chips correct there, 13 of which are with active players still. I've got no further information. That's just a straight up knowledge there. Chagall was the painter behind the auditorium ceiling of the Paris Opera House. So we are down to our final unlucky 13, but hopefully these questions will be lucky for you. Moving on. Next question. Ooh, it's a doozy, this one. Good luck. We're put through an at-bash cipher. Hi. What does the English word quiz become? Is it DHVM? Is it JFRA? Is it PTHY? Or is it ZIUQ? And yes, as Ohei says, even if your time drops to below 20 seconds on the next question, it will be topped up to a minimum of 20 seconds. Accelerator pressure on everybody else to answer, though. Of course, got to worry about that accelerator pressure just in case, though. 12 active players. How well have they done? How well has everybody done here? Let's drop the screen, see where you've placed your chips. We've got a bit of a split. 21 chips down on JFRA. Oh, hello. Hello there, Odie. Oh! Prepare yourself. Thank you very much for the Twitch baby there, Odie. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're doing well. And welcome to the wonderful world of Duel. So yes, 21 chips down on JFRA, 16 on PTHY, 11 on DHVM, and 6 on ZIUQ. So, an at-bash cipher. It's typically used with the Hebrew alphabet, but in sort of the English alphabet terms, you just take the alphabet in reverse order. So an A would become Z. A B would become Y. It's all reflected around the middle point of the alphabet between the M and the N. So the correct response we're looking for here is JFRA. JFRA is what would happen to quiz if it goes through an at-bash cipher. And we are down to our final 9 now, from 13 down to 9. 21 chips were on the right answer, but only 9 of those were belonging to active players now. Goodness me. Yeah, things you've got to try and remember for Contain, absolutely. I mean, there's the at-bash cipher, there's the Caesar cipher. Like, some of these, I think, are Caesar ciphers. Like, I think PTHY Y might be no, not quite a Caesar cipher, but one of these I think is a Caesar cipher. Anyway, put that one away. Last 9 players still standing. I've got no clue how well they're doing. We're going to move on to the next question. We're going to keep ramping the difficulty up until only 1 or fewer survive. Yes, this game can end with no winners, but then we use that as ranking order to determine who gets to sit in the hot seat on the first proper duel. Your next question, then, is the following. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, which of these is considered the most widely eaten meat? Is it beef, pork, chicken, or mutton? Just 4 more to lock in, 3 more to lock in. 2 more. One more to lock in, and there it goes. Just 9 active players. Let's see how you all did. Okay, 49 chips in play here. Vast majority of the chips are on chicken, should I say? Sorry, chicken. 31 on chicken. Then 8 chips on pork, 6 chips on beef, and 4 chips on mutton. So, I could definitely see that. Like, chicken is a very, very sort of standard foodstuff in, like, the UK, the US, the Western world. But is that the same across the entire world? Which of these is considered the most widely eaten meat according to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization? Is it the same in the Western world as the Eastern world? The answer we're looking for is... it's pork. Pork is the correct answer we're looking for here. At 36%, that is the most widely eaten meat. 36% pork, 33% poultry, so that's chicken and other poultry, 24% for beef, and just 5% for sheep/mutton, also including goats in that list there. But yes, most widely, according to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, is 36% pork. And when you look at that, only 8 chips on the correct answer there, only 5 of those chips belonging to players still surviving these questions. That is a lot of chips lost on that question. The obligatory savage question, says Jack Wilford. Yes, we are down to just 5 active players. Who knows how many chips they still have? I don't know. The system knows, and we can play that back later. But for now, we're just going to have to stay in the dark until the game tells us the game is over. We're going to have to keep going. Here comes another question. Good luck. Who was the Roman Emperor of Rome? Now I'll say that again. Who was the Emperor of Rome exactly 2,000 years before today? Is it Nero? Is it Caligula, Tiberius, or Claudius? Who was the Emperor of Rome exactly 2,000 years before today? As of August the 18th, 2021. All answers are in. Oh, now it says 4 still in play. Interesting. I'm confused as to why that has gone down by 1. We have lost a player in that question somewhere. You're seeing Forbes call this question site. Okay, there must be an off by 1 error somewhere going elsewhere. Okay, that's fine. The tournament directors are looking at all the data as it comes through, and they saw 4, so that should be 4. So you were confused as to why it's saying 5. Okay, must be something somewhere along the lines. I need to figure out why. Anyway, 4 is correct now. Let's drop the screen and see how you played. 23 chips down on Tiberius, 8 each on Caligula and Nero, 5 chips on Claudius, 44 chips at risk here. So, as I mentioned, today's date is the 18th of August 2021, so we are looking at 18th of August, or whatever would have been equivalent of that in probably the Julian calendar at the time rather than Gregorian calendar, in 21 AD. And reigning in 21 AD was Tiberius, reigning from September 18th, 14 AD up to March 16th of 37 AD. And this question is good, as written, for at least 15 years until it has to be updated. And if you didn't know, there is a mnemonic, apparently, to figure out what the order of the first 5 Roman emperors is. And it's another tomcat caught napping. ATCCN for Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero. And there are some numbers here, but I won't bother belaboring the information there. The answer we're looking for there is Tiberius, and my oh my. 2 still left in play. If the game actually finished, if it was actually a 1 here or fewer, the game would have hit the noise to say it's finished, because the finish condition is determined by the server, not by the number of people here. So 2 are still standing, and the tournament directors can also confirm that fact as well. Well then, it has suddenly become a duel in the audience, but between who? We do not know. We will only find out once we get to the end. Next question is the following. Where can't you find a Legoland theme park? Is it Windsor, UK? Is it Günzburg, Germany? Is it Nagoya, Japan? Or is it Vancouver, Canada? All active players are in, and everybody else is locked in now as well. Just 2 active players left. Let's see where everybody's answered. 44 chips at risk, and they are split fairly evenly across B, C, and D. No one's touching A, Windsor, UK with a barge pole. I think that's the obvious answer. It's not. Yeah, Legoland Windsor is definitely definitely exists. Certainly, as of writing, it still exists. But it is almost a split between Günzburg, Nagoya, and Vancouver. Germany, Japan, and Canada. Only one of those is correct, though. A bit of spoilers, maybe, but I'm allowed to do that, Samster. I'm allowed to spoil a bit of information before the reveal, because I have control over the reveal. Now, is this going to finish the game? Or are we going to continue on? Well, I can reveal that the correct answer we're looking for is D, Vancouver, Canada, and we are still in play. Yes, there is not a Legoland Discovery Centre in Vancouver either as well alongside that, but Legoland Theme Park, definitely not. Just 2 players surviving still. D was the right answer. And we keep going. We just keep on going. Where are we in the list of things? Okay, we are there. These survivors are really hanging on. We're going to have to ratchet this difficulty up again just to see how hard you can hold on for. The next question, is another doozy. Which Italian footballer did Zinedine Zidane famously headbutt at the 2006 FIFA World Cup final? Was it Marco Materazzi? Was it Fabio Cannavaro? Was it Andrea Pirlo? Or was it Gennaro Gattuso? All active players are in. Everybody else, you got an accelerator to play against. And that is a forced lock-in. So the 2 active players didn't take too long to answer here. Is it because they actually know it, or they only have a single chip, or they have multiple chips to play with? We don't know. There's multiple situations they could be in here. Let's drop the screen and find out where the chips lie. Okay, majority, 21 chips down on Marco Materazzi, but second place, 14 on Fabio Cannavaro, is not too far off. Then we've got 5 on Andrea Pirlo and 6 on Gennaro Gattuso. 46 chips at risk, 2 players still standing in the active players. Will both still be standing at the end of this? Will both be eliminated, which will mean end of the game? Or will we have just one survivor? I can reveal the correct answer is A. Marco Materazzi, and we are still going on. No further information really to say about that. That is just a fact. It is just a fact there. Marco Materazzi was the player involved there. And 2 players still hanging on. Again, don't know how many chips. We just have to keep going until one falls off. We now go to, I believe this is question number 15 now in this opening duel. Question number 15 is the following. According to millennia of computer simulated orbits, which of the following planets has the shortest average distance to Uranus in AU? Is it Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, or Neptune? Both active players locked in pretty fast. Everybody else, you got less than 7 seconds now. That is time. Let's drop the screen, see where you've answered. Again, a pretty big split here. 13, 12, and 13 for Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune. And then just 5 on Jupiter. As the people in chats talking about CGP Grey. Now, yes, there was indeed a video that CGP Grey made that it sort of referred to this. And the answer we're looking for here, did both active players get it, or did one misstep? The answer we're looking for here is Mercurial Mercury, and boy, look at that! The winner of the first duel is JSAC3. Just like that. Mercurial Mercury was the answer we're looking for there, with an average AU of 19.2 between them and Uranus. For Jupiter, it's 19.5, Saturn is 20.4, and Neptune is 33.1. And just like that, JSAC, congratulations. You're definitely going to be picking here. Well, you're definitely going to be jumping into the hot seat in a moment. Let's have a quick look to see who else was up on that list. Hang on, where's the button I need to press? I need to close that question off first. It still says one still on play. I know. The game has now officially finished. If we go to the results screen, second place was now cut that out, reaching question number 15, but failing. Goodness me, with 1 minute and 12 seconds still on their clock to play with. That's a hell of a lot of time still to go there. JSAC, our winner, just with that single chip, and looked to be in top-up time with just 15 seconds left. Poker Joker was third place on question 12. Shitface Cass was on question number 12 there. Keshi, Inca, Jerry, Dogfish, Tipster all on question 11, getting eliminated there. Goodness me. Is that all of them, or are there more? There might be more. I think the thing is overflowing. No, that is all of them from the looks of things. Goodness me, it's actually worked. Cool. Well, that is the results of our first deal. I'm now going to refresh the screen over on the website to see if that all marries up. It kind of does look like it marries up. Do the rank points marry up? That's the real question. And I think they do as well. Oh my goodness me. JSAC got 60. Oh, hang on. Correct doesn't look right. Why is that a 60? Hang on. Why is that a 60? Hang on. That was question number 15. Oh yeah, 15 questions correct times 4. That's right. I'm messing myself up. That is correct. That is correct. I'm just going crazy about the maths here, but it does look like the maths is all kosher and correct. And JSAC should now be already up to date. No, it's not updated the totals, which is rather irritating. It should have done that. Does it think the game is over? It should do. Game is finished. So why did it not update the totals of the rank points? Because it should have done. Should have given JSAC 178 and 232, and it's not done that. Okay, well, that's the thing. I need to figure out why that's not done. But nevertheless, JSAC, you should be on 178 rank points right now. It's just the website's not updated it. Can you work out your own scores at home? I mean, Adster, there's information. It tells you about all the maths in the tournament rules if you want to do that as well. So rank points have been calculated out, at least. Yes, indeed. Whew. Well, the first game looks like it actually worked out. Goodness me. Ooh. there are a couple of off by 1 issues here and there, but on the whole, it ran. I know there were some people receiving NaN issues earlier. Yeah, I think the case in that is that you need to explicitly register first before going to play. I think there's a break in flow there or something that we need to sort out. So we're going to have a couple of minutes, but what this does mean is in our first duel, we're going to be looking at JSAC versus Now Cut That Out, as they were the top 2 ranked players there, and both of them indeed elected to play tournament gameplay there, so they will be playing up against each other in this first duel. Oh my! So you two need to get yourself into the green room with the score count, get yourself sound checked, and we'll get this game underway. In the meantime, yes, we'll just quickly transition back to the title splash screen by doing that wonderful thing, fade to black, and we are back to there. And we are now proper into duel here. Goodness me. Right. I need to hook all the things at my end as well to make sure that works. Time to flop in the front of the big audience. Well, that's what you got to do now. So, the first duel there, David, was just literally a duel royale to figure out who gets picked first. Toot and JSAC, in fact the winner JSAC, Toot was second place. Those were the top 2, so they're getting the first chance at the seat in the middle of the arena in this proper duel coming up in a moment. Everybody else, you can still join in as the audience. What I'm going to do now is put that into... Oh, it's still in registration mode, that's good. But what I need to do is edit it so that we have... oh, goodness me, I need to make sure I get the names proper here. So JSAC's official name... This is where I need to do this properly. So JSAC, his official name is that, and Now Cut That Out has 2 T's. So left player JSAC 3, Now Cut That Out, and hit update. And that should assign them as the 2 duelists, but it's not giving them accelerators. Bugger. Why is it not giving you accelerators? It should have done that. Why? Where are your accelerators? I need to connect to the database and fix this. Server, production DB. Never do this. Never go into production on this. Right. Let's have a look at this. Select from game players. God. Users, where nickname, like, oh god, oh, semicolon, where nickname, like, that. What do you mean? What? I'll do it this way then. You know what, I'll do it the better way. I'll use Heidi rather than the command line. I'll use Heidi. Production. What have you got to say for yourself? Users. So, data. Where are you? Let's order by name. Oh, yes. Very much indeed, yes. Rest in peace there, Sean Locke. It's a tremendous loss to the world. Thank you very much for those bits, whoever you are. I've not seen yet. I'm just dealing in database nightmares at the moment. So do bear with me right now. Now we go to game player. We need to update game player set. Dot give me accelerator count, where game ID is, oh, I don't even know what the game ID is yet. What's the game ID for game 2 is number 66. Game ID is 66, and dot user ID is 56. Update game player, set that, run it. Column game player, relation game player does not exist. What do you mean? Set. Should just be that. Yes, good. And the other user ID is 72. Okay, and then refresh. And it's not there. What? What? I'll just give them 2 accelerators. They got them. They do have accelerators, just not showing on the screen. Oh, it might have done so, and it just doesn't show it until we go live. Oh, well, that's me being an idiot. But at least I confirmed that they are definitely there. Oh, okie dokie. Who was it that gave me the 100 bits? It was K Brother. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there. Oh, my God. Right. I think we're okay. They are prepared, ready. I need to do the things in Discord first. What the hell are all of these other windows? We only need that one for them. There we go. I also need to do that. And I need to check week 1, game 2 is production. Going to do a walk-on. So, if we are ready, let's go into... No, wait, hang on. We're not ready because I have not pressed the magic button yet. Magic button has now been pressed. They should have accelerate. Why does it still say they don't have accelerators? They have accelerators in their account. They have 2 of them. Oh God, I do hope they actually have accelerators, because it should say they've got 2 there and it doesn't, and that's really worrying me. The database says they've got 2. Do I... Why does it say it's not 2? 60... I get... what? What? Why is it saying that they don't have them? I'm sure they do. Rating time 180. Accelerate count 2. What? I'm suspect. What we're gonna do is... can I restart? I think there's a memory problem. I think it's remembering something wrong. So I've assigned it for this one, SLWP. SLWP is game number 2, which is game number 66, which I've changed there. Game number 66, user IDs 56 and 72. I have that, yes. Let's do a restart and see what it says. We've not run the game yet, so I can safely do this. Oh, it's not a restart stream at all, all of this stuff is happening outside of the world of the stream world. It's completely a separate world. But what I can do is I can restart the web server, and hopefully that will clear out its internal memory in what it thinks the accelerator state should be for that game. So I think that's what the problem is. If we refresh now. There they are. There's the accelerator. So yeah, that was the problem. Okay. Got to fix that next time. And it means I will have to do another server restart when we go there in a moment. But let me... So game is now live. You'll need to refresh if you haven't already done so. So yeah, please refresh if you haven't already done so. But you should now be able to go to the play screen. And I can now press this magic button. We load into the game. And then we welcome our players. Good evening, JSAC and Toot. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Congratulations, JSAC. How do you feel after winning that Royale?
It was a lot, and it really, that last question, there's only one phrase that went in my mind, and that was mostest closest.
Mostest closest, indeed, from CGP Grey. Yeah, it's a great video, that. Mercurial Mercury, or Mercurial Mercury, should I say. Does mean, though, because you were the winner, you are going up to the second best that played in that audience game. So this is going to be a bit of a difficult deal for you to start with, but we'll see how well you do. Toot, you got second place there, failing on that final question. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I've never heard of CGP Grey. I'll grudge for that, but no, it's okay. I got lucky with a few of them earlier on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like just heard about that Taylor Swift song like a few days ago.
Hey, it
like,
happens.
Like one question.
It definitely happens. Those things.
Like a few art questions, film ones. So it depends. I can easily go out early here. I can tell, but I'll try and put up a bit of a fight for the show at least. Are we meant to be watching the stream or not?
That you can if you want. Hopefully, it should not give you any spoilers until later on, where I have some strategically placed cameras so it doesn't reveal what your chip selection is until it actually matters. It's entirely up to you if you do want to. There's no real need to unless you want to see your opponent's timer count at the moment. Of course, you can see the set as well if you want to do that. Absolutely.
I've never watched Duel before this because that's what ended before I joined the game.
Well, there are some differences in this version. Like this one actually has a set. The previous versions was just 2D, so it wasn't nearly as pretty as this. And there's still plenty of pretty to happen. Now, I need to address to everybody else that's playing. You are still playing for Duel Score if you are playing in the tournament out there in the audience. However, your game is dictated by these two players here, Jaysak and Toot. They are the ones that dictate when your time is up for answering. Once these two have locked down, you only have a maximum of 7 seconds after that to lock down your chips. So they are trying to press advantage against you as well as against themselves. So there's a load of new metagame going on here with this particular version of Duel. And also, if they elect to choose an accelerator, because they will have 2 accelerators to use for themselves, they can, once they've locked an answer down, if they choose to press an accelerator, that forces all of you, including their opponent at the table, to lock in within 7 seconds. And if they use an accelerator and you get eliminated on it, they get extra bonus points for doing that. So there's extra incentive to use an accelerator if they have it. So each player here in the center stage gets 2 of those. But everybody else gets exactly the same basically exactly the same. The 3 minutes on the clock and the 10 chip stack is as simple as that. Jaysak, you've been here before with Duel Season 2 and 3, and did very well indeed. How do you rate your chances?
Well, I mean, this is an almost completely separate game in the fact that you have the audience playing along as well, and the whole tournament structure. But it's still the same game in the fact that it's Duel, it's questions, it's chips, it's the same game. And as long as I just keep doing what I'm doing, and that's answering questions correctly, I think I can do pretty well.
That's pretty much it. If you can just sort of focus on the main game at hand, and then the rest is a little bit superfluous, maybe you can work a bit more into that if you can run a streak of duels. And Toot, well, do you hope you're going to get far here, even though this is sort of like your first time into the duel arena?
I mean, I've always kind of struggled with these multiple choice ones. I just like zig where I should zag and vice versa. But I don't know. We'll hopefully get 5 questions would be nice.
Well, we'll see how well you do. Good luck to you both. I need to find myself again, press the right buttons again. Where are we? So, as always, each player has those 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 chips, 3 minutes on the clock, and 2 accelerators at their disposal whenever they wish to do so. You can only play an accelerator after you have locked down, and only do so if only one of you is locked down and not the other. Yes, I know, we've got nice graphics and things because I want to show off. So, if you both are ready, then good luck. Let's duel. And here we go for our first proper duel of Duel for All. Question number 1 is this. Who is the 38th governor of California?
I do not have the question on my dual screen.
Are you on the correct dual screen? Is it Chuck Norris?
I don't either.
You don't either? What? Refresh.
I do now. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Toot is in. And Jaysak is in. Everybody else you're being accelerated against for the last few seconds. So yeah. If for whatever reason things go wrong, just hit F5 and hopefully it should restore you back to where you were. Interestingly, I got a triple notification about what your chips are, which is very interesting. Right, let's drop the screen. So you played. Both of you, single chip answer on C, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think we're pretty happy with this. Yeah, indeed.
I mean, when the answers come up, I was a bit worried. Like Gray Davis or someone. But,
yeah, indeed. That was the extra bit on this factoid here. He served, Arnold served from November 2003 to January 2011, replacing the recalled Governor Gray Davis. That was the extra bit on the factoid. Goodness me. Well, both players still with their opening stack, and not much to say timer-wise difference. We'll just move on to the next question. And that question is... In Texas Hold'em Poker, what is the lowest card in a royal flush? Is it the J, the 10, the 9, or the Q? J-Sack's in. And Toot is in. Everybody else, you need to answer within those 7 seconds. And they are in. Both feeling a bit confident on this one?
Yeah.
I kind of panicked a bit. I know it can't be a 9, but it's got to be. I think I'm right. I just panicked a bit.
You think you're right?
Seeing it go down. The accelerator kind of scared me up.
Let's stop the screen.
First time, not being sure.
Yeah, both a single chip on B10. So what's your thoughts here, J-Sack?
There's a roll down balls saloon type game at a local arcade. It's called Pokerino, and you put balls in holes. And I was just the other day when I was playing it, I was 10, Jack, King, Ace, and then I rolled a 9, and I hated it.
Oh.
But it is the 10. I'm very confident.
You are indeed right, yes. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace is what constitutes a royal flush, which is the highest straight flush in Texas Hold'em Poker. Yeah, not much to say. Both of you getting it right. As it currently stands, J-Sack with 2 minutes 37 on their clock, and Toot 2 minutes 38. Pretty much even on the clock there. Still both 10 chips and both 2 accelerators. Moving on to the next question, which is... What is the name of the company that develops the crosshead screwdrive? Is it Phillips, 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 or Phillips?
Damn you.
That is nasty.
Oh, it is nasty.
Toot is in. And accelerating.
Damn you.
That's the first accelerator play here. Toot hoping to get a few extra duel score here for everyone that gets eliminated.
I just thought it'd be neat.
Let's drop the screen, see where you played. Okay, Toot's gone 2 answers here. Gone with 1L, 1P, and 2Ls, 1P. J-Sack, you've gone 1 chip confident, going for 2Ls, 1P. J-Sack, why have you gone for the single chip there?
It's the only one that in my mind looked right. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
It just looks slightly off. The Phillips with 2 L's and 1 P it just looks right.
You're not mixing it up potentially with the electronics brand, are you?
It's not the electronics brand? I thought it was the same company.
No, it's different. That's why I'm not sure of the 2 either. I know one of them's one and one's the other. I don't know which is which. Just went for 2.
Ooh.
Has J-Sack made a misstep here so early on this duel? Has Toot taken the win? The correct answer we're looking for is... Yes, we have split screen. It is B. Phillips, 2 L's, 1 P. So 1 L, 1 P is the Dutch electronics company. 2 L's, 1 P. Yes, 2 L's, 1 P is the name of multiple companies, including an auction house, distilling company in Minnesota, a seafood chain, a record label, a petrochemical firm, 2 energy companies, an oil company, a racing car constructor, a British cycle moped manufacturer, and also the famous crosshead screwdriver, originally developed by Henry Frank Phillips, the businessman that gives the name to the screwhead. 1L 2Ps is a surname in English, Dutch, and German, but no known companies available. And 2Ls 2Ps is also a surname in English, and again, no known companies that we could find with that. So yeah, multiple companies with 2Ls 1P, but the one we're looking for there, the crosshead screwdriver, does match there. So, J-Sack taking an early lead here. Still with a full complement of 10 chips and 2 minutes 26. Toot down 1 chip, down on 9 chips, 2 minutes 29, and has lost one of those accelerators. But can still all change. There's still a lot of gameplay here. got some good knowledge from these two players here. Let's load up the next question, and your next question is: who was the first queen of Carthage? Was it Madonna, Cher, Dido, or Adele? Toot's already in. And JTAC is in. Force accelerator from the server on everybody else. And there's time. Both feeling pretty confident here. JTAC, Toot?
$1,000,000%.
Yeah.
$1,000,000 says Toot.
I mean, if this was wrong with those options, Dido and AS.
Both players have gone with Dido. I mean, do I need to say any more? Yeah. Dido is indeed the correct answer. Yeah, no problems there whatsoever for both of our players. I think a lot of people probably going the right way there as well. Topic went with a big one-chip risk there, and it paid off. It was indeed the correct answer. Yes, Dido, according to ancient Greek and Roman sources, the founder and first queen of Carthage, best known from the account given by the Roman poet of Virgil in his Aeneid. Well, 1,000,000% accurate there. You still happy, Toots? You're sort of bedding yourself into the game now?
I'm not happy that the history question's already gone and it was quite easy. Waiting for the hard Pokemon question to come up. And then...
Ah, indeed. JSAC, you're one chip ahead. You feeling confident here?
All I know is one chip means absolutely nothing at this stage of the game. You'll get that one, and you just lose. You lose all 3 extra verbs and nouns and words make a sentence.
They do indeed. I'm very much exactly. Let's just move on to the next question, because then I can just read words rather than making them up. Which element is the third most abundant in the universe? Is it carbon, iron, oxygen, or lithium? Both players locked in. And everybody else in the audience forced there as well. Let's drop the screen. Both go the same way. Just a single chip answer on C, oxygen. JSAC, you confident with that?
Pretty confident, yeah.
Pretty confident? Toot, confident?
Probably less than that, but the options, the others didn't make any sense to me. So I was thinking of like silicon, but that's the Earth. Yeah, so I think it's alright. Can't be. None of those make any sense.
Silicon's the third most abundant element in California and Los Angeles.
My ex-wife. No, it's good.
Oh, let's move on. The correct answer for this one in the universe in general, it is indeed C, oxygen. 1% oxygen. And then we've got carbon at 0.5%, iron at 0.11%, and lithium is, let's count the zeros, 0.000006%. And of course, above oxygen, we've got 23% helium and 75% hydrogen. So, still doing pretty well. 10 plays 9. Not much to shift them yet, but maybe this question will. Let's move on to the next question, which is: what's the contrapositive of that thing Descartes said? I am not, therefore I don't think. I think, but I am not. I don't think, therefore I am not. I am, therefore I think. Toot is in. JSAC having a bit of a think here. Toot's already locked down, getting a bit of time advantage now. There we go, JSAC now locked in. Everybody else got less than 7 seconds. I have absolutely no idea what a contrapositive term is, but maybe our players do. Let's drop the screen. Oh, this is where it could swing back again, back to even level on the chips. Both of them gone with C, I don't think, therefore I am not. However, JSAC has also zagged on A. I am not, therefore I don't think. JSAC, do you know what contrapositive is all about?
Well, not exactly, but I know it's the opposite. So I went with A and C because they're most like A and B. It's the opposite of A and B. It's so, but I don't know if it's BA or AB, B, ABBA. X is not Y and Y is not X. I can barely think, man.
Well, you've got two answers. Toot, you've gone for a single answer here. I don't think, therefore, I am not. Are you confident with that?
No, I think I made a mistake and I didn't read the first one properly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I always I rushed it.
You think you may have misstepped here and forgotten it?
I think it's A.
Oh, well. Has Toots blundered here and given the win to JSAC? Or are we continuing on? Or are neither player continuing on? Because if neither cover the right answer, then we just move on to two other people entirely. Let's find out what the correct answer is. The answer is A. I am not, therefore I do not think. And just like that, JSAC has taken the win very comfortably indeed. After quite a short duel, it must be said. Let's quickly go over the information here. The contrapositive of a logical statement such as A implies B is not B implies not A, which effectively means the same thing. So if Descartes said, I think, therefore I am, the contrapositive would be, I am not, therefore I don't think. So everything becomes a not, and it's still the same thing in a contrapositive term. Toot!
I am, therefore I think. I'm not
Well,
sure I think, so I read it as. I didn't really don't.
Well, just like that, we have to say goodbye to you at such an early phase in the process. But you might still get an opportunity to get back here in the hot seat on the table, but we will require other players to get a chance first before you do get that chance once again. But I hope you had fun.
I did do that question.
And of course, you continue to earn deal score from the audience anyway, and you might have a good run later on. However, because the duelists in the center control the pace of the game and control the length of the game, you might not necessarily get a duel long enough to get those points, but it's always worth going. It's always worth chancing to get some points from the audience. JSAC, that's your first duel successful in the center stage, which means you will stay on and you'll be playing against the next player, i.e. whoever was ranked first in the audience that has yet to play in the game. Who do you think you're looking forward to here, JSAC, or who do you not want to look forward to?
Well, honestly, the one person that I was not looking forward to playing against is Samster, but I know he's behind the scenes in the tournament, so he's not participating. So honestly, there's not really anybody I'm dreading going up against, or there's not really anyone in particular that I would like to go up against.
Let's have a quick look at the results to see what the audience games say. Scott J. Garvin was the best performing player there with 9 chips intact, then Coolio. However, is Scott playing in the tournament? He is indeed listed as playing in the tournament. So your next opponent, JSAC, by all rights, is going to be Scott J. Garvin, presuming they can get into Discord and join us for a game. For your information, looking on the website, congratulations, I think you earned yourself 454 duel score from that duel there. You earned yourself a lot of points just from audience eliminations alone, presumably on that question just then or the question before. That's a hell of a lot of points to gain, though. So you got a nice early lead here in the tournament, possibly already sealing a place in the final. We don't know yet. We're really early on the tournament. That was only duel number 2 out of 21 before we all decide what the ranking is. So that is what we're looking at. Scott J. Garvin, then Coolio, then Dev is the preference order. And yeah, Dev is listed. But scored fewer rank points. That's fine. That looks about right. Oh, really? Oh, I've got a different order. Why have they got a different order? Where is Inca in this list? I'm not seeing Inca. Oh, that's weird. Inca on the website is listed as below Coolio, but for some reason I don't have Inca. I just don't have Inca on my board. That's very weird. And why is Shipmate Cast not on the list? I don't know. There's apparently a bug where players are missing from this results screen. Well, let's hide that away so that you don't see my mistakes. But I'm going by the website and what it says because it is the ground truth. The results screen in game is something I did very quickly, and clearly there are some bugs with it. So, do we have a Scott J. Garvin to join us here to play against JSAC. If not, then they will be deferring their position and their chance to play in the dual table. We'll be moving down to Coolio, and again, we'll be asking that question to Coolio in a moment. Working on it. Well, I can't give them too long. This is the reason for having technical setup ahead of time is so that we can run through it quickly and not have to wait around. So yeah, you've got, as Scorecount says, you only got a minute, please, to get yourself ready in Discord, ready to play. If not, then your position will be forfeited, and we'll move on to the next player, which will be Coolio as listed, and then after that would be Inca. So hopefully you get yourself sorted, but if not, then we will have to forfeit as per the tournament rules. For the time being, I think just have a bit of a relax. Your first duel sort of all sewn up there. You feeling a little more relaxed now that you've gotten that first duel sorted?
A little bit, yeah. And now would be a really good time to register for the third duel if you haven't yet.
Yeah, you should do that. You definitely should do that if you haven't already done so, so that you can actually play. Similarly to you, JSAC, otherwise I can't... Well, technically I can add you. It just wouldn't work.
Me in there.
Yeah, absolutely. How are we doing score count? I think we've had that minute now, haven't we? So I think that's going to be a forfeiture.
It looks like he's in the green room, actually.
Really? Oh, we've got a Scott. Do we... Just enter the green room. Well, if we get sound sorted within, like, a minute, then that's fine. But if not, then that's still a forfeit, because they should be prepared ahead of time. Sorry, I'm being stricter on the rules than I would normally do. But we want to get these games going, not waiting. Luckily, we picked up a bit of time with that duel lasting only a few questions, but we don't know that it's going to happen all the time, that's all.
I have a love-hate relationship.
You need to go to the next game page, Poker Joker. We have now finished Duel 2. We're now moving to Duel 3. So if you're not already registered on Duel 3, do that now. And then once the button becomes active, you then be able to hit play on Game 3. So each game is now treated completely individually. There's no master play game. The play game is per game basis now. Just makes things easier that way. What's the situation score? Are we sorted? Or are we not? I'm still going to set up week 1, game 3 here anyway. Because I need to configure the game on my end to add a player in whatever case happens, so...
So I'll have another slice of pizza while I wait.
We are good. Okay, we are actually good. So let me configure that game then. So we have Scott J. Garvin. Let's go to the edit screen of game 3. They're going to take the right-hand seat. JSAC, you're going to assume your previous seat in the left-hand side. And we go live. And I need to refresh the website so that the count is correct. To restart the dynos. You will have to refresh in a moment. Not yet, but in a moment. Because things... Oh, that might be what happened to you and Toot, is you might not have refreshed when I killed the server. Because there's a bug in it that it doesn't refresh the accelerator count until I do that. So, just let the server restart. Ideally, I shouldn't have to do this, but it's a nice, easy way to fix it when it does happen. That said, though, it's still not populated JSAC nor... What? Why is it not populated JSAC or Scott Jarvin with accelerators? Alright, back to the database we go. Oh, goodness me. Well, I know who you are, JSAC. You're already 56. Who is... Whomst is... Oh, God. I can't believe I've got to do this again. You are that number. What number was that again? That Okay. And the game number for week 1, game 3 is that. I should still have the query available. So select accelerated account where game is that and user ID is that. And then edit that one. Now if I refresh the website, restart the dyno again. It's a mess, this. It's holding up though, just about. It's holding up. Thank you for the 96 viewers I currently have on Twitch. It's quite crazy. But yeah, there's technical gremlins still afoot that I need to fix to make this run a little smoother. God damn it. And if I refresh, both of those players, JSAC and Scott Jarvin, have accelerators. Why are they not... Oh, but why are they not marked as the players? JSAC 3 and Scott J. Garvin, I want as the players. There. There you go. They are now the live players. Everything is good. They have 2 accelerators. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. And I think we are ready to go. So let me hit the button. Week 1, game 3, doing the walk on, and let's go to game number 3. What? Well, that's not worked, has it? What's happened there? Well, what I could do is I can unload the stage and just load it again, and we'll see what it does. Week 1, game 3, game config. Have I put the wrong code in? DPSL is the room code. JSAC and Scott J. Garvin are the home players. Huh? Title splash. Connecting to that is production. Load game. What? What is going on? This worked, yes, the last one, and now it's not working.
It is a lovely set.
I mean, it's a lovely set, and I love doing the intro sequence, but blooming heck, why isn't it loading it? Why isn't it getting that user? Let's do a thing. Let me stop Unity. We'll try it that way. Because it's connecting the right game config, I'm sure it is. Week 1, game 3. Walk on, load game. What? What is going on? Where are they? Why isn't it getting that? Let's restart the dyno again, because I'm sure it's probably the website, the web server is caching. It's for remembered different players. Oh god, they're in the void is probably what it is. Refresh. Website is up. Both of them have accelerators. What do the logs say? Nothing yet. That's good. Let's load the game and hope it works this time.
Buzzin page, not in like the.
That doesn't matter, but you should go to that page, the play page right now if you're not already there, and refresh if you haven't done so. Hey!
Watch that be it, though. That I wasn't in.
And there we are. Hello there, Scott. I'm so sorry for that delay. How are you doing?
All right. Doing great.
Good, good. You're a new name around here. How did you hear about us?
It's Sportsy invited me in to watch a few weeks ago. This is my first actual appearance in the stream, and here I am.
And well, here you are, and now you are in the center stage, facing off against JSAC. So how do you feel facing off against JSAC here?
Oh, I think this is going to be a great game. I just hope I can get them all right.
Well, that's definitely the hope. And JSAC, how do you feel going up against Scott here? A bit of an unknown, maybe.
It's always nice to see new faces in the quiz community.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody knows each other's skill levels and stuff. So when you're going up against an unknown, it makes it real exciting.
It's going to be very difficult to read the virtual poker face, as it were, in this game, to figure out when to accelerate and when not to accelerate. So we start the game afresh, as always. 10 chips, 3 minutes, 2 accelerators each for our center stage players. For you out there, you have 3 minutes and 10 chips, but no accelerators to play. Center stage player can decide to use an accelerator if they wish. Of course, there is incentive for them to do so. For each person eliminated caused by their accelerator, they can earn a few little extra deal score from that. And yes, if you are on the play page, I would recommend giving yourself a refresh right now anyway, just in case, because it might have lost a connection to the server when I was doing some restarts. And make sure you are on that play page. If you haven't already registered for it, register now, then go to the play page, and then we'll all be sorted. Right, JSAC, Scott, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
I'm just as ready as the system is.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of babying it to make it work. But let's duel. And we start off with question number 1. If you were with your significant other and wanted to watch Orange is the New Black while doing some fun adult stuff, let's say, which of the following things would you be doing? Is it Netflix and chill? Is it Hulu and do you? Is it Amazon Prime and sexy time? Or is it Church and repentance? JSAC's locked in within 2 seconds. And there is Scott locking in with a bit more thinking time. Just sort of mulling over the options here. Let's drop the screen, see where you played. Okay, JSAC's gone with A, Netflix and chill. Scott's covered 3 here. Netflix and chill, Hulu and do you, and Amazon Prime and sexy time. Scott, are you familiar with the term of any of these?
I am familiar with the term, however, my brain just kind of got fuzzy, so I decided to go with it had to be one of those 3.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, it could be one of those little tricky things like where is Orange is the New Black rather than what is the other fun adult stuff thing. JSAC, what's your thoughts here? You seem pretty confident with your one chip on Netflix and chill.
Besides Netflix and chill also being a well-known phrase, I do happen to know for a fact Orange is the New Black is on Netflix.
Well, you heard it from him. Is it the right answer? Absolutely it is. Netflix and chill. Nice easy opener there. However, as we just saw there, only 2 seconds for JSAC, but a little bit longer there for Scott. 15 seconds in total and lost 2 chips in that exchange, but still plenty of action to play in this duel. Still plenty of opportunity. And Jack Wolfrey says, love a bit of bash and chill. Horny Jail, go. Horny Jail, stop it. Let's move on to question number 2, which is... which of these is a stop-motion animated children's television series created by Genevieve Webster and Michael D'Souza? Is it Hasta La Vista Squirrel? Is it Faster Marmot? Is it Rasta Mouse? Or is it Pasta Rat? JSAC is in and accelerating. 7 seconds. Scott is in. And everybody else is in. Let's drop the screen. JSAC's gone with a 1-chip answer on C, Rasta Mouse. Scott's gone C and D, Rasta Mouse and Pasta Rat. Feel pretty confident here, JSAC?
Well, I'm not familiar with the program itself, but the answer is just kind of sorted that one out.
Okay.
I really don't think, I really hope and pray there is not a show called Hasta La Vista Squirrel.
I mean, maybe there will be in future. Scott, you went with Rasta Mouse and Pasta Rat. Why those 2?
Yeah, well, they were the only 2 that I thought could sound like a series. Again, like JSAC was saying, I hope it's not one of the top 2. That would be a mouthful for some people. It
could be a bit of a mouthful, especially if this is supposed to be a children's television series. I don't think we're, trying to teach some tongue twisters, although, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is still a thing in those Disney films. Answer we're looking for? Yes, C. Rastermouse is the correct answer we're looking for there. 106 episodes at the current count, and the others the author completely made up. And the author being, because I can read that information up, is Colo. Thank you, Colo, for writing that question for Deal. Appreciate it. So close that question off. JSAC still in the full complement of 10 with 2 minutes 53 and has used that first accelerator there. Over on Scott's side, 7 chips left, 2 minutes 35 still with both accelerators intact though. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3 is... which of these words does not appear in Ernest Vincent Wright's 1939 novel of Gadsby? Make Ash say things. Well done, you've made me say things. JSAC is locked in and accelerating using the second and final accelerator already. And everyone is now locked in. Oh, early pressure here, JSAC. You feel confident on this one?
Yes.
Why do you feel confident?
Well, I happen to know that this novel was written without a single word containing the letter E.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Scott, what's your thoughts here? We haven't revealed what you've actually played yet, but what's your thoughts here?
Congratulations, this was not my game.
Let's drop the screen, see what is there. Oh my goodness me, it's a full split. JSAC 1 chip on Make. Scott's with everything else on Ash Say Things. So the duel is ending here, no matter what. JSAC feels pretty confident with A, Make. Thinking back to a potential factoid for this being that they wrote it without a single E in any of the words. But that might be a different novel, might be by a different author, we don't know until we reveal the answer. Scott has covered Ash, Say and Things, so 3 out of 4 possible answers. It's a good likelihood, however, only the right answer will win them the game. The correct answer we're looking for is... it is a Make, and just like that, JSAC makes that 2 for 2. And as you say, absolutely, Gadsby is a book written without a single letter E, even though a few actually do appear in the book. It was just they attempted to make a book without E, but some did actually end up in there. But the word Make, we did check, does not appear because it has a letter E. It appears in the introduction written by the Gutenberg Project, but not in the novel itself. They do have references here of Ash. Apparently it appears twice as Ash Cart and Ash Trays. The word Say appears over 100 times, and Things also appears numerous times. So we have all the information there. We have checked that they do exist. And Make does not, only in the introduction by the Gutenberg Project. Well, it was a short welcome, Scott, but just like that, we have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
But I do hope you stick around in the community, and hope you continue playing on in the Deal Tournament when that next comes round, which is next Friday. And if not, there'll be another Wednesday coming round soon as well, and other things going, of course, around in the community. Scott, got anything to say? Any last words?
Just, I win the Nacho Award. This was not my game.
The Nacho Award. Well, thank you very much for playing there, Scott. Like I say, hope we see you a bit more around the community. But for now, thank you very much for playing. We'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And JSAC, well, it's 2 for 2, done in, again, record time here. We've not had deals this short for a good while. What's your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, it really all depends on just the way the questions come up. They're only really easy if you know the answer, and obviously if you know the answer, they're easy, and if you don't, well, you don't know the answer.
Absolutely. Well, just like that, you're going to be earning, again, a hell of a lot of dual score. Let's have a look. Not as much as last time, it must be said. Oh, no, it is. 404 dual score you earned on that one, mainly due to your chips, because you kept all of those chips intact, getting yourself the maximum of 300 dual score for that, because those in the center stage get double the value of dual score. All the information about that and the math of that is in the tournament rules, if you want to have a read of that. So yeah, JSAC, you've already got yourself, I think, over 1,000 dual score. It has actually added some. It's added up to 632 dual score presently. So it's done some of them, but not all of them. It's probably not done the first duel, the Royale one. It's probably not counted that one, but it's done duels 2 and 3, and it's given you presently 632 dual score. Which, if we have a look at the leaderboard, yeah, puts you in first place ahead of Scott J. Garvin on 331 and Inca on 300. But that is missing 1 game's worth of dual score, so I will catch that up. We have all the information for all the games, so we can catch up and tally all the numbers as necessary afterwards. JSAC, you will be carrying on your winning streak. You'll be invited to the 3rd game, which will be next Friday. Not this Friday coming up, but the Friday after, so the 27th of August. Do you think you'll be around then?
I should be around, and I'll be around in a new location. I'm actually moving into a college dorm for my freshman year of college on the 25th. So
what you studying?
Media communications, which is, I like to joke, that's a fancy word for making television.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, the modern day, it's probably more to do with like streaming in that, but it depends on exactly which way that course is focused. So, but yeah, if you're getting into TV production, probably the best way to do it. JSAC. So yeah, we hope to see you Friday after the 27th of August, where you'll be playing against. Well, let's find out who it should be. Who should it be? It looks like it's going to be Inca. Tutor's already had their chance to play earlier and lost, so the next player down the line would be Inca. So that's who you're going to be facing up against next, hopefully, if they are around on next Friday as well. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm always up for some duel. I just really hope this doesn't turn into another 500 questions type deal.
Well, we have tried to stack these questions in a way that we can get a nice slow burn to start with and then increase the burn as the stack continues, such that it should come to a conclusion after some number of questions. We won't say exactly how many we want to keep some information close to our hands, close to our chest, but yeah. But that is what we're looking for. Thank you very much for playing, JSAC. We will be seeing you again, I say, Friday after, on the 27th. Until then, have a great evening, afternoon, whatever it is for you, and good moving as well. Hope the move goes out well, and we'll see you later.
Yes, thanks for having me.
No worries. Catch you later.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, ideally, all the game rankings and stuff will be on the duel site for all the players to see. Hopefully, the user list, so the players list, should, in theory, have that information there with all the rank points. But of course, they've not accounted for all the matches right now, so they're missing a little bit of catch up there. So there's a bit of database management and recounting we'll have to do, but we do have all the information to work with, so there's no problem there. And just like that, that is indeed already week 1 done. We obviously had loads more questions to get through, but we just did not get there because the duels ended rather suddenly. But that's duel, folks. That is just duel in a nutshell. You are not authorized to view this page. Okay, that just means I need to give you access to that page. Yeah, that's a thing I can do, no problem. I will unlock that page so you can see that. So you go think I've got that code in there to prevent authorization. That's fine. I can do that. I can sort that out. Don't worry about it. It's an easy thing for me to do. I could just remove like half a line of code, I think it is, that does the actual authorization part. And yeah, thank you for bearing with all the technical gremlins that were going on and hot fixing the database while we're doing it live. At least I know what the problem should be so that I can then replicate it on my local database for next time, and hopefully it will run a little smoother. And from the sounds of things, the majority of the problems were just jumping to the play screen too early and it not refreshing automatically. I wonder if I could put something into the play screen to make it automatically reconnect if it loses connection to the server. I'll have a look into that. I'm sure Socket.io has something for that. But yeah, that is already it for the first game. That's crazy. That is crazy town. Would not have thought that would be it for Duel for All week 1, but them's the breaks. Oh wait, you're right. The wheel. I'm playing the music to say ending stream. No, we do have a wheel to sort out. You're right. We do still have other things in the stream to do. So yeah, we'll do the wheel, very much so. I was getting into that then. But yeah, next time, Deal for All week number 2 will be on next Friday, as I've already mentioned multiple times. Next Friday, 27th of August. That is our next foray into Deal for All. Before then, though, the Friday coming up this week, it's not me. It's not actually me. It be Score Count instead. Score Count's going to be hosting a wonderful guest episode of Avanti and Outro. Once again, Italian game show, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely adore it. Loads of fun. Has the 21 questions wrong end game finale in it. Hoping to do 2 games worth of an hour each. That may differ, we don't know yet, but that is the current plan for it. It is another takeover. It is the Score Count takeover on Friday. I'll have a bit of a relaxing. However, I will be around on Friday. I'm not away at a gig or a wedding or anything like that. I will actually be around, so I may be on tech duties to help Score Count along, and I still need to give the keys over to Score Count as well for doing the stream stuff. So I still need to, actually hand the jingle. I don't have any keys at hand for a prop purpose, unfortunately, but I do need to do that. But it is wheel time, absolutely. So let me go to the giveaways, and we'll do a wheel, and the spin shall be that keyword. It's going to be that. That is our chant. Duel for All. And I'm being generous. We're going to do 2 wheel spins. We'll do 2 wheel spins this evening. At least 2. Depends on, of course, if we get the +1 other, then we will be doing more wheel spins. But we're doing at least 2. Because why the hell not? But thank you for joining in for this first episode of Duel for All. Actually, less went wrong than I thought would. But still stuff went wrong, which is not the best. But we'll make it happen. It will improve over time. Next time round, there'll be some hot fixes in place to improve performance and such. Right, let's pick our winners. So the first one is going to be Lewis T. And I'll even roll the second name right now while I'm in the mode. And Inca gets the second spin. So Lewis T and Inca will be getting wheel spins. I need to change the layout over to that one so you can actually see me in higher definition. Hello. You know what's coming next? What words are hard? You know what comes next? It's this. Okay. Are we ready, Lewis T, for your wheel spin? What even are words? Lewis T, what are you going? You are getting 50,000 doots. Yes, it's not bouncing back. 50,000 doots. There you are, Lewis T, getting yourself a wonderful amount there. Nearly 400,000 doots to your name now. And we're doing it again. This one's for Inca. We're not doing a split or steal. No. No. Go to dilemma jail. Oh! The same! 50,000 dudes! Landed on the same wedge. How the hell did I manage to do that? Well, double win. Split it is. It really is a split. Don't say that too. It definitely isn't. I just about, just spin it. One more, says 8 Big Key. Oh, I'm being super generous now. One more. Matt the ref, you're getting a wheel spin. Go on then. Matt the ref's gonna get a final. Why not? We must tempt fate. Will it be 3 for 3? That's a different spin speed there. Definitely a different spin speed. Oh, 100,000 toots. Oh my goodness me! Whoa! Well then. Well then, I'm not doing any more. That's enough for the bank to give out the Duke Bank. That's almost bankrupting it this evening. 200,000 Dukes getting given out there. Wheel spins for all at some point in the future, maybe, Bruce. But for now, that was fun. Yes, hope you're doing well, Matt. I hope the recovery goes well, and hope you don't go completely stir crazy being quarantined away as well. We're all here for you in the community to have a chat with or whatever. Apparently a Taylor Swift song. It is indeed, yes. Well, that is it for me for this entire week, but do remember that on Friday, Score Count will be here in my place instead with a bounty and outro. Definitely tune in. It's always a lot of fun. More Duel, not this Friday, but next Friday. In betwixt that, next Wednesday, we have Relativity. Returning to space for some space quizzing with Relativity. That is next Wednesday. And of course, all between that, we do also have Ben with his happy hour tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. That is supposed to be... Let's find out. Face Off. Yes, we do Face Off at happy hour, 3 p.m. over on Ben's stream. On Saturday, he's doing The Pyramid, and that's The Question and The Escape Artist. That's 8 p.m. on Saturday, the 21st of August. Topper will be doing a stream on Sunday. Or maybe, I don't know. It's no stream, unfortunately. No stream from Topper this once, I'm afraid. But we'll be next stream after next Sunday with the 21st Question and Elimination. Oni is going to be doing Minefield on Saturday in the Discord. It is Topper's week off, this one indeed. Yes, I've just read. There is so much happening in the world of quiz. There's the Chase VGM, there's Home Game Entertainment with their wonderful new show as well. The Arena, the season finale on Saturday, August 21st. That starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific, whichever time zone works for you. That is over on the Home Game Entertainment Network. And just all the things happening. I will be around on Friday, but I will be streaming. Score Count will be. I will see you later. Have a good evening. And Duel is now on.